Welcome to Pharma Skills, friends. Myself Naveen. I request you to wear mask, sanitize your hands frequently, and maintain distance. If you are safe, your family will be safe. Before going into my today's slides, I like to, I request you to please go through the videos that we have uploaded. We have uploaded 3 videos and 1 PPT, purely depending on basic and fundamental of medical representative, or field sales officer, or therapy manager, or therapy executive, as given as named by different companies. I request you to please go through the videos, and if you find it useful, I request you to please share it with your friends who have joined this profession very recently. It may help them. I'm not saying that it will help. It may help even if one person is benefited by seeing this video, then our intention is fulfilled. I request you to please like the video if you are really liking, and share the video if you think this video will help your friend or a colleague to come out of the early stages what the things he is facing. And if subscribe the video. More importantly, friend, comment is very much required. I don't totally require like button, but I want comment. You are the main persons who give comments. If your comments only we get motivated, and we will come to know whether we are going in the right direction, or we are going in the right direction, or what are the details is required we are giving or not. If you have any comments, like if you want any other details regarding to any other particular aspect of pharmaceutical sales and marketing, if you comment, we'll try to cover that also in future slides. Once again, welcome. You may be wondering what is the COA of pharma. COA of pharma is nothing big magic in this. You all know that what is the COA. COA means consistency, observation, and adaptive. When it comes to consistency, my friends, if you come out of this profession, if you come to cricket, if consistency means you will see what will the name come. Yes, one Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, who played more than 2 decades for his consistency, focus, and being backbone of Indian cricket. For this, I want to tell you one thing, my friends. We used to practice at sharp 6 a.m. We used to start practice at sharp 6 a.m. and used to face minimum 600 balls before playing any one day or test matches. This is the consistency we are speaking about. This is the dedication, focus we are looking into the friends. When it comes to consistency, at present we have one person who is very hardworking. He has maintained his body like anything. He is very aggressive in nature, and he is very expressive. That is none other than Virat Kohli. At present, he is the one among the top player that the century has found. Why consistency? Why? What is the thing we require? Why consistency is important? Before going to next slide, my friends, a small drop of water falling continuously on rock will make the dent, my friends. When a small drop of water can do, then we are human beings. We can also do. We can also do wonder by following the basics. Consistency in the sense in our profession, when we correlate into our profession, my dear friends, most of the company have 100 doctors list, 120 doctor list, 150 doctor list, depending upon the specialty they cover and depending upon the product profile. If you are the potential of the doctor, we will say name it as class A doctor, class B doctor, class C doctor, and the potential of the doctor. As for the pharma strength, 80% of says that 80% of the business come from only 20% of the doctor, and 20% of the business come from 80% of the doctor. By this assumption, if you go, that means A class doctor are are giving 80% of the business. That means you should not miss this doctor at any point of time, at any cost. You have to meet them on weekly basis. You have to give the regular feedback of the doctor to your immediate manager. You have to do the correct communication what company has aiming, and you have to follow the discipline in terms of body language, in terms of dressing sense. For example, if you have noted A class doctor, if you plan to meet him for 4 times, 1, 8, 15, and 22. If doctor is missed on 8 due to some circumstances, or if you are sick, or doctor is not available, you plan for 15th. At that time also due to some issue, doctor is not available. You what most of the people, most of the medical representative will do is they meet on 22nd. Friends, from 1 to 22nd, almost a month is gone. He is a A-class doctor who gives 80% of the business. This is the biggest blunder in our profession where most of the medical reps are doing. I, dear friends, once again I like to highlight 80% of the business comes from 20% of the doctor. A class doctors are very, very important. It doesn't mean that B and C we have to neglect, but B and C we have to nurture in future so that B class doctor will become A class doctor, C class doctor will become B class doctor. At any point of time, if we miss, we will see in the next visit pattern next month like that. I request you to not to do that. If you miss an 8th, plan 9 on 9th as a first call and meet that doctor. If you miss on 15th, you plan on 16th and meet that doctor. Because he is the core prescriber for your brand or for your specialty or for you. Observation, friends. This is very, very important. In our profession, we have to make a knack of observation or we have to learn the art of observation. Observation is very important. When we go to mall, my dear friends, we observe lot of things in mall. We do lot of window shopping. Window shopping is nothing but observation, my friends. How it helps, I will tell you in this small story. You maybe have seen these two great legends that tennis has ever produced. One is Andrew Agassi and Boris Becker. Boris Becker was at the top of his career when Andrew Agassi entered. Boris Becker had played 5 to 5 matches or 6 to 6 matches and he won all 6 matches against Andrew Agassi. After 2 years, once again they get an opportunity that Andrew Agassi and Boris Becker will play together against each other. The court was full empty because previous year whatever the matches they had seen, but Boris Becker had cleanly swept Andrew Agassi and they were expecting the same result. But this time it was very different. Andrew Agassi won all 6 matches against Boris Becker. In his autobiography, he states after the match, when in a hotel, when he was going into hotel room, one of the press person has asked, "Sir, what is the difference that has made you to win all the 6 matches against Boris Becker?" Andre Agassi replied, "Observation." This press person was very curious and he was very wanted to find out what is the real reason that the person 1 year back lost all the matches. Now he has won all the matches. What is the thing that has made a big difference in Andrew Agassi, or what is the thing that made very negative impact in Boris Becker? He saw the all videos. He was not able to find out any observation. Boris Becker used to go serve at 170, 180 speed. He was very flexible and eye coordination was superb. He was not able to find anything. Once again, we met Agassi next day. And he asked, "Sir, I have seen the videos, but I was not able to find any difference between you playing and Boris Becker playing. But how come the result has changed within 1 year or 2 years?" Andrew Agassi once again tried close observation. My dear friends, if you see here, Boris Becker have a very typical way of serving. Whenever he used to serve, his tongue used to come outside. If it is pointing towards right, that means he is serving at the right side. If it is pointing towards the left, that means he will be serving to the left side of the player. This gave great advantage to Andre Agassi because of this minute observation and implementing himself and developing himself how to counter the thing made Agassi to win all 6 matches. Friends, if this type of small observation can upturn the trophies, can make the person from zero to hero in our profession means we can also make. Observation is very very important. When we go to chemist to take the feedback, most of the time you will be dispensing the medicine to the patients or placing the order or you may be doing other thing in the shop. We- Instead of speaking to other company person, instead of gossiping as most of our colleagues do, if you do window shopping, 60 to 70% of feedback you will get from there itself. For example, if your product is lying in the shelf, that means recently no prescription has come. If it is lying on the cash counter, that means today prescription has come. And if product is not available, boxes are not available, that means it is liquidated. It gives an hint to collect the order from the chemist. So observation is very very important, my friends. This is main technique. Most of them have followed, and most of them has grown in the profession. When it comes next, adaptability to any situation. Here also I want to name one person who has adapted himself, who has changed himself, who has overturned everything from bad cricketer to one of the best cricketer India has produced. That is Rahul Dravid. In early 90s, he had got a chance to play against play one day against this team. I am unable to recollect, but he scored 32 runs of 72 balls. In next day newspaper, it was shown that he is not a fit player for the one day international. He should play only Test cricket and everything. Rahul Dravid at that time handled the situation. He went to England. He practiced. He played county cricket. He done all types of rectification and correction where he can improve the game and he can improve the winning rate of India, where he can contribute to the winning of Indian team. Because of it, the dedication, the adaptability of the given situation, adapting to the situation, adapting to this time, Dravid had become one of the main pillar of Indian cricket team over more than 2 decades or 15 years. He is totally dedicated to Indian team. I think he is the only player who has played from top 1 to 7, from first to sixth down. India were doing very well in Indian soil, but when it comes to touring abroad, they used to face a big task. They need an extra batsman and an extra bowler, but slot was not available. Indian team had a very very what to say, very very disturbing situation where if they go and once again if they fail, it will be a very big name, bad name will come to Indian team. At that time, Dravid told that he will keep the wicket. This adoption of Dravid, adapting to the situation of Rahul Dravid, helped India to play one extra batsman or one extra player depending upon the situation. Similarly, friends, as you know, the pandemic is going on. Most of the hospitals, clinics, doctors are not allowed. Here only, friends, it will come adapting to the situation or thinking out of the box will help. Before doctor comes, you can go and leave the LB card with that with one water, one bottle, or fruit juice, or the LB card with one rosebud, requesting for so and so brand. These are all the few things you have to think out of box, and you have to remind the brand to the doctor. These are the few things I like to share. One is consistency, second is adaptability, third is observation. I hope you have found this video very useful, and I request you once again like, share, subscribe and comment is very important for me to get motivated, and in comment you can mention what type of things you require in pharma sales so that I will also try to get and get both of get mutual benefits. Once again, thank you friends. Good day.